Masters Vessel Classical Academy, Primary Section. On the roll.
Hello, the children of the Masters Vessel Classical Academy. My name is Mrs. Odinamadu Felicia, your mathematics teacher for today's lesson. In today's lesson, we are going to talk about the calendar. Please remember, this lesson is for Basic 3. We are going to talk about the topic that says the calendar. And in this topic, I would like us to go through the objective for today's topic. The objectives for today's topic. 1. Our objectives will be to define calendar. Define calendar. 2. Recite the metric unit of time. Recite the metric unit of time. 3. List the days of the week. List the days of the week. 4. Mention the month of the year. Mention the month of the year. Okay. To achieve the stated objectives, we must go through 5 processes. We must go through 5 processes. These 5 processes will help us to achieve our objectives for today. A. Recap on telling the time. Recap on telling the time. That's our previous lesson. We will recall it so that we will not forget it. B. Meaning of calendar. Meaning of calendar. C. Recitation on metric unit of time. Recitation on metric unit of time. D. Days of the week. Days of the week. E. Months of the year. Months of the year. That's the 5 processes to achieve the objectives for today. All right, let's continue. Now let's start with the recap on telling the time. In our last lesson, we treated the time. Remember, I told you that the clock is used for telling the time. I hope you can see the clock. It is used for telling the time. If you look at this clock closely, you will notice that it has a face and 3 hands. The short hand is the hour hand. The short hand, look at the short hand. That's the hour hand. And the long hand is the minute hand. And then we have, look at it closely, it's a very tiny hand. We call it the second hand. We call it the second hand. Then, if you want to read the time, you learned in your last lesson that we read the time from the short hand, which tells the hour, the hour. If you want to read the time, you read it from this short hand. If the long hand, even as you're looking at it now, the long hand is pointing at 12. If the long hand, which is the minute hand, is pointing at 12, and the short hand, which is the hour hand, is pointing at any number from 1 to 12. From 1 to 12. It is that number o'clock. I hope you are getting it. Right now, as you can see, the long hand is pointing at 6. And the short hand is pointing at 6. The long hand is at 12. And the short hand is pointing at 6. Now, Chioma, can you tell me the time? I hope you can see the clock face very well. Wonderful. The time is 6 o'clock. The time is 6 o'clock. Now let's delve. Okay, before we go into the lesson proper, we also learned from the previous lesson that time, we talk about time at o'clock. We treated time at minutes past, the hour. We tell the time at half past the hour. We tell the time at minutes to the hour, quarter past the hour, and quarter to the hour. If you have forgotten what we did before on time, just go back and watch the video again. Or you read your mathematics textbook on the topic time. Now let's go into what we have today. Today we are going to talk about the calendar. The calendar. Have you seen calendar before? Have you seen calendar before? If you have not seen calendar before, this is calendar. This is 2020 calendar. I hope you can see it very well. That's good. Now let's go to definition of calendar. What is calendar? The calendar shows the arrangement of days, weeks, and months of the year. The calendar shows the arrangement of days, weeks, and months of the year. The calendar shows the arrangement of days, weeks, and months of the year. Now let's read what we have here. The calendar shows the arrangement of days of the week, of days, weeks, and months of the year. The calendar shows the arrangement of days, weeks, and months of the year. All right. I want you to know that a day begins from one midnight to the next midnight. A day begins with one midnight to the next midnight. There are 24 hours from one midnight to the next midnight. We have 24 hours. Then you can measure time in seconds. You can measure time in minutes. You can also measure time in hours, days, weeks, years, and decades, etc. Now let's go to the next thing after the definition. I hope you have gotten the definition. The calendar shows the arrangement of days, weeks, and months of the year. This is months, is MONTHS. That's the correct thing. Please take correction. And months of the year. Now we are going to talk about the metric unit of time. Because for you to know calendar, you must know the metric unit of time. It's very, very necessary. It's important. You can't do without it. Unless you don't want to understand calendar. But if you must understand calendar, you must know the metric unit of time. Alright. Metric unit of time. Metric unit of time. I hope you are seeing it very well. I believe it's clear. Metric, let me raise it a little. All right. Metric unit of time. Now let's look up. 60 seconds is equal to 1 minute. 60 minutes is equal to 1 hour. 24 hours is equal to 1 day. 7 days is equal to 1 week. 4 weeks is equal to 1 month. 365 days is equal to 1 year. 366 days is equal to 1 leap year. 1 leap year. 12 months is equal to 1 year. 52 weeks is equal to 1 year. 10 years is equal to 1 decade. 1 decade, a decade is a period of 10 years. Then leap year is every 4 years. After every 4 years, we must observe a leap year. All right, let's continue. Now you can recite this. You can use it as a poem. That's how we normally do it when I was in school. 60 seconds make 1 minute. 60 minutes make 1 hour. 24 hours make 1 day. 7 days make 1 week. 4 weeks make 1 month. 365 days make 1 year. 366 days make 1 leap year. 12 months make 1 year. 52 weeks make 1 year. 10 years make 1 decade. All right, let's continue. The next thing I want us to talk about is days of the week. Days of the week. Days of the week. All right. Days of the week. Okay, I want us to know that there are 7 days in a week. we have 7 days in a week. Now let's see the days of the week. I hope you can see it clearly, okay? Now, look at the order. This is the order. Now, these are the days. Now, we also have a way of writing it, short form or short way of writing the days of the week. Because in some calendars, they don't write it in full. You must note the short form so that if you see it this way, S-U-N, you will understand that it is a Sunday. I hope you are following. Okay, now let's take it one after the other. First day, that's the first day of the week, is Sunday. Sunday. S-U-N-D-A-Y. Sunday. Now, the short form of Sunday is S-U-N. S-U-N. Dot. Please, this dot must be there. It's necessary. The dot must be there. S-U-N dot. That's the short form of writing Sunday. The second day of the week is Monday. Monday. And the short form of writing Monday is M-O-N dot. M-O-N dot. Alright. The third day of the week is Tuesday. And this is the short way of writing it. The fourth day of the week is Wednesday. Wednesday. Then we write it, the short form, W-E-D. The fifth day of the week is Thursday. Thursday. And the short form of writing Thursday is T-H-U-R. You put your dot. The sixth day of the week is Friday. And this is the short form of writing Friday. The seventh day of the week is Saturday. Saturday. And the short form is S-A-T dot. Please, there is one thing that I will not fail to tell you. I want you to know that if you look at the days of the week that I listed here, you will observe that I started each day with a capital letter. It's very necessary. It shows that the days of the week, they are proper nouns. And because of that, wherever it appears in a sentence, even in the middle of a sentence, at the beginning of a sentence, whenever you want to write it, you must start it with a capital letter. So in that note you are writing for me right now, make sure you start all the days of the week with a capital letter. Now let's go to the months of the year. The months of the year. Months of the year. Okay. I hope it's very strong. All right. Months of the year. Okay. Let me tag it again. This one is a little tiny, but it will be strong. All right. Now let's take it. Months of the year. There are 12 months in a year. How many months do we have in a year? Correct. 12 months. Now let's take them one after the other. This is the order. These are the months. And we also have the short form of writing the months of the year. Just as we did in days of the week. First month is January. I will say January. Then the short form is J-A-N. You put your dot. J-A-N. And this dot shows that it is an abbreviation. That is not a complete. Second month of the year is February. February. And the short way of writing it is F-E-B. You put your dots. It shows abbreviation. The third month is March. And we have the short way of writing March. M-A-R. You put your dots. The fourth month is April. April. The short form of April is A-P-R. A-P-R. Don't forget your dots. The fifth month of the year is May. May. And May, in fact, we don't have the short form of May. That's the reason why you see it like this. M-A-Y. If you look at it very closely, you will see that there is no dot in May. There is no dot in May. That's to show you that it's not an abbreviation. It's not an abbreviation. So you also write it in full. Maybe because the month is made up of 3 letters. There is no need of reducing it again. All right. The next month, which is the 6th month, is June. June. J-U-N dot. June. The 7th month of the year is July. July. And I want you to know that we are now in the month of July. So this month is the 7th month of the year. The 8th month of the year is August. August is the 8th month of the year. And the short way of writing August is A-U-G, dot. You must put your dot because it's an abbreviation. All right. The 9th month of the year is September. September. I want you to repeat it after me. September. All right. And the short form of September is S-E-P-T, dot. You put your dot. It's an abbreviation. 10th month of the year, October. 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 The abbreviation is O-C-T. Dot. 11th month, November. 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 N-O-V. Then 12th month is December. D-E-C. That's the short form. All right. So as you can see, there are 12 months. If you count it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You will observe that we have 12 months in a year. All right. So far, we have learned about the calendar. And I told you that the calendar shows the arrangement of days, weeks, and months of the year. You can also recite the metric unit of time. 60 seconds make 1 minute, and so on. Then days of the week. There are 7 days in a week. The months of the year. We have 12 months in a year. Then, before I go, you must take a little assignment. Assignment. Now let's copy the assignment. I'll read it for you. The assignment. Number 1, what is calendar? 2, 60 minutes is equal to dash. 3, 365 days is equal to dash. 4, 10 years is equal to dash. 5, how many days are there in 1 week? How many days are there in 1 week? You write. 6, list the days of the week. List the days of the week. 7, the first day of the week is dash. The first day of the week is dash. The assignment continues. That's number 8. I hope you can see it very well. That's number 8. Okay? Now let's take it. 8. How many months are there in a year? How many months are there in a year? 9. Mention the 12 months of the year. Mention the 12 months of the year. 10. We are in the month of July, 2020. July is the dash month of the year. July is the dash month of the year. 11. The first month of the year is dash. The first month of the year is dash. 12. The short form of writing Wednesday is dash. The short form of writing Wednesday is dash. Please make sure you do this assignment. It will guide you and it will help you to learn more. We will stop here for today. My name remains Mrs. Odinamadu Felicia. Stay at home. Stay safe. Bye for now. I love you.